Hello. Today, I want to discuss something that really speaks to me. What if your anxiety, cravings, and energy crashes weren't in your head, but actually in your gut? That's what we're going to talk about today. So, hey, friends, welcome back to Tuesday Tips and Tea with Linnea FNP. I'm excited to be here today with all of you. We're continuing our focus on foundations of thriving over the past month, and today's topic is one that affects every single one of us. Whether you're a busy mom, an entrepreneur, a caregiver, or maybe you're simply trying to feel more balanced and organized in your days. We're diving into stress and the gut-brain axis, and I promise by the end of this chat, you're going to understand why your stress, anxiety, fatigue, and even your cravings are often rooted in your gut health, not just your mindset. Powerful. So grab your tea or grab your fizz. I've got my fizz. And today we're going to have a real conversation about how your body and brain are constantly talking to each other and how you can start calming that conversation today. Really powerful tools. So did you know that your gut and brain are connected by a physical highway? This is so cool. It's actually called the vagus nerve. And this nerve, it allows constant two-way communication between that digestive system and your brain. It's like that text thread that never stops, constant brain and gut communicating back and forth. And here's the wild part, guys. I was blown away by this because they don't teach you this in Western medicine when I did my nursing and nurse practitioner programs. About 90% of serotonin, which is considered your feel-good neurotransmitter hormone, that's made in your gut. And the gut microbiome produces compounds that affect your mood, affect your sleep. It affects your energy and even your focus from your gut. When your gut bacteria are balanced, they send calm and happy signals. When they're inflamed or imbalanced, they send stress and danger signals. So when you feel anxious, you're having brain fog, or you're emotionally drained, it's not just in your head. It is that gut-brain axis trying to get our attention. Okay, so next I want to talk about what actually happens when you're under stress. So when our bodies get stressed, we're going to signal our stress hormone cortisol. So your brain is perceiving a stress, whether that's real or imagined. And here's the key. Our brain doesn't know the difference if it's real or imagined. We could be watching something on TV. We could be thinking about something that hasn't happened that we're worried about. Our body is set to survive. And when we kick in that stress response from our brain and we trigger cortisol, it's like we're running from danger or from a tiger from eons ago when we needed to survive. Our brain doesn't know that we're sitting in the safety of our own home and maybe watching something that's bothering us on the news. So when the brain perceives a stress, real or imagined, it triggers that stress hormone cortisol, which is your primary stress hormone. And cortisol is great in those short bursts because, like I said, you're running from danger. It's supposed to get us out of a dangerous situation, such as running from a tiger. But chronic stress, which keeps the cortisol elevated all the time, is not good. So when cortisol is persistently elevated, it starts to affect what's called the gut permeability as part of our gut microbiome. And that becomes leaky gut, which many of you have probably heard. Those high cortisol levels, they're thinning the gut lining, they're making it more permeable or leaky, which means that the toxins, undigested food particles, and bacteria can leak into the bloodstream. And when that happens, our body recognizes that as foreign. It's not supposed to leak through the gut wall into the bloodstream. So we have 70 to 80% of our immune system, like frontline soldiers, along the gut. And the first response of the immune system is inflammation. So that's why we trigger that inflammation when the leaky gut happens and these things are getting across that gut barrier that it's not supposed to go through. So when we're having this chronic inflammation, we start having brain fog, anxiety, cravings, fatigue. That inflammation actually crosses that blood-brain barrier, and that affects neurotransmitters and mood regulation. Do you see how powerful this is? It's like dominoes falling down. That's why you may feel wired but tired. You may crave sugar, you may crave carbs for comfort, and you may experience that crash at 3 o'clock, okay? This is your body signaling you that you're inflamed and your gut is off. So when people tell me, and I hear this all the time, and this used to be me, so there is no judgment, because I promise you, this used to be me, and now I'm thriving and doing so much better. I want to be able to help others feel as good as I do. So when people tell me I'm anxious all the time, my energy's low, and I'm craving sweets, my first thought is not what's wrong with your brain or what's going on in your brain. It's actually what's going on in your gut. And I do a wellness consult that is comprehensive to find out what your daily habits and your symptoms of inflammation are and what your health goals are, so I can narrow in and help you clean it up and start feeling better. Because guys, as I've told you before, and as we've covered, food is medicine and it's powerful. Okay, now we want to shift into hope and action. So just like I said, food is medicine. We know that thriving isn't about being perfect. I'm not perfect. It's about giving your body what it needs to feel safe and supported. And food is medicine. Giving good, nutritious food, along with other things we're going to talk about, helps your body feel safe and supported. And then your body's able to heal and correct the inflammation and correct the gut balance. Okay. So here's 3 simple daily tools I use and I teach. I was just at an event last weekend with a wonderful friend and some new faces that I got to meet and connect with. And I've been teaching some breath work, even at some of these amazing little get-together facial events I do, where I bring education on gut health, because it's powerful, it's free, and it's something you can do anywhere. So with breath work, your breath is the fastest way to tell your body I'm safe. It helps down-regulate your nervous system and reset that vagus nerve that's going between the brain and the gut all the time, that super highway of communication. So what we're going to do together is we're going to inhale through your nose for 4. We're going to hold that for 4 seconds. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds. Exhale through your mouth slowly. I use pursed lips for 6 seconds. So let's try that. Inhale, hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Do you feel that calming right now in your body? You're telling your body and your nervous system it's safe and to downregulate, and you will feel an instant kind of sense of calmness wash over you. Do that 3 times before meals or whenever you feel tension rising. If you're driving, if you're getting ready to do a presentation, any time that you feel you need to do that breath work, just do that breath work, and it will reset the vagus nerve and digestion and help give you that safe and calm feeling. The second thing is sunlight and grounding, and I love this. Just 10 minutes of natural light in the morning helps regulate your cortisol and melatonin. Those two work opposite. So when cortisol goes up, melatonin goes down, and vice versa. This is going to improve mood and balance your circadian rhythm. And if you can step outside barefoot, grounding actually reduces inflammation and improves heart rate variability. I have been going for walks in the morning without a hat, without sunglasses for at least the first 20 to 25 minutes of my walk. You do not need to stare at the sun. You just want to make sure that you're getting that indirect light, so nothing covering you. Like, don't sit under an overhang, or we have a pergola outside. I want to be out where even if I'm drinking my tea outside, just not under the pergola, out where I'm getting that sunlight, even if it's a cloudy day. That sunlight hits the retina and it helps tell the body that you should wake up. Your cortisol goes up. Your cortisol will fluctuate up and down a little bit during the day, but at night, when it's dark and we're winding down, that's when we're going to start increasing the melatonin, because we've reset the circadian rhythm, and our cortisol will go down when we do that. And that's a powerful and, again, free tool that you can use to help regulate stress and mindset, just by the circadian rhythm. The third one, and I use this, I've been using these for a while, adaptogens. Adaptogens are natural plant compounds that help your body adapt to stress. They don't block stress, they rebalance your response to it. So my favorites are rhodiola, ashwagandha, and reishi mushrooms, and those support cortisol balance, mental clarity, and energy. Reishi is actually found in Arbonne's powerful Daily Defense organic mushroom blend, which contains 5 organic mushrooms to include the organic mushroom blend of reishi, lion's mane, chaga, maitake, shiitake, and shiitake. I'm sorry. These are something I use every day. I get a serving of this, and they're powerful. For the rhodiola, now you guys know I brand with Arbonne as a lifestyle medicine nurse practitioner because of their ingredient policy. I've told you that it's how they test, their diligence, their transparency, the quality of the products. I've been using these products for almost 6 years, and I stand by them because I believe in the company, their testing, their ingredient policy, and the quality of what I'm seeing. And I have seen my health transform in using these to fill in nutrition gaps in my daily routine. Okay. So that is my opinion. Now, rhodiola, Arbonne has that added to their Her Core Women's Wellness Cycle Support capsules. And that helps relieve and improve common premenstrual symptoms such as breast discomfort, nausea, fatigue, cramping, mood management, and stress support. And cycle support additionally includes essential nutrient vitamins like vitamin B6 and magnesium, which offer that comprehensive support throughout your menstrual cycle, ensuring that your body gets the nourishment it needs. Now, I do not use cycle support. I actually use menopause support. We don't put those two together. And because of my age, I still cycle, but I'm using menopause support because I lean more towards needing that than cycle support. But the rhodiola is in the cycle support if that is something you're interested in, just to share with you what Arbonne has on that. And then Inner Calm actually is something I use every day that contains sustainably sourced ashwagandha, which is a powerful adaptogen, plus sustainably sourced saffron to help you achieve a balanced mindset. And it features the tea leaf derived amino acid L-theanine, which helps temporarily promote a sense of calm and relaxation. The ashwagandha root and leaf extract in the Inner Calm is a powerful adaptogen, which was traditionally used in Ayurveda medicine, and it's been studied to help manage occasional stress. Okay. And then saffron stigmas extract in the Inner Calm is a precious spice cultivated in Spain. And it's derived from the stigmas of Crocus sativus. And this traditional Ayurvedic ingredient helps support a balanced mood. So I have been using this Inner Calm and the mushroom powder daily for years, like I said. And I do notice that when I'm consistent, I'm calmer, I'm more focused, I'm less reactive, I sleep better. And like I said, I just use menopause support instead of cycle support. Now, Ayurveda, for those of you who are not familiar, is one of the world's oldest holistic healing systems. And it's originated in India over 5,000 years ago. It's often called the science of life. So the word itself comes from Sanskrit. Ayur equals life, and Veda is knowledge of science. So Ayurveda literally means the knowledge of life. Isn't that cool? I just love that. So let's reframe what thriving really means this month. Thriving does not mean the absence of stress. It's building resilience to handle stress without falling apart. Your gut-brain axis is really like a partnership. When you nourish your gut, you nurture your mood, your focus, and your energy. So here's your mini Thrive checklist for the week. Start your morning with hydration, such as a glass of water. I like to start mine combo with Mind Health and Fizz because it helps me focus as well gives me a boost of energy. Oh my goodness. So the Arbonne Fizz contains green tea and guarana for a natural caffeine boost without the jitters. And there's no peak and crash like I used to get when I drank coffee. And then this combo also contains methylated B vitamins, which are impactful on the red blood cells to help boost the oxygen carrying capacity. And methylated means the B vitamins are in the usable form. because the MTHFR trait is in about 40 to 50. It's a gene that's in about 40 to 50% of the US people in the US. And so that means you can't convert your B vitamins into usable forms. So this comes in the methylated usable form, which is great because you won't know unless you get tested. And there's usually not many of us are getting tested for that. Now, when I start my day, a key to starting your day, I said food is medicine. You want a meal loaded with protein, fiber, and probiotic to start your day. The way I love to start my day, and it's a powerful start, includes an Arbonne Essential Meal protein shake. And then I add probiotics and fiber to that. And I also add in that Daily Defense Organic Mushroom Blend in my morning shake. This really fuels my body and supports my healthy gut microbiome and gives me a kickstart to my day. But make sure whatever you're eating, protein, fiber, and probiotic. Okay. Then prioritize one calm moment before bed, whether that's gratitude journaling, maybe gentle stretching. This is when I choose to drink my inner calm and I like to read. Make sure you're getting that sunlight in the morning to promote that natural circadian rhythm. And choose progress over perfection. Remember, one habit at a time. We're not going to do everything at once. We're going to build slow and steady by changing one thing at a time, and you will get momentum. So here's your reflection for this week. I want you to tell me what's one small thing you can do this week to calm your nervous system and support that gut-brain connection. Remember, thriving doesn't happen by chance. It actually happens by choice, right? Nothing changes if nothing changes. Your body is always trying to move toward healing. You just have to give it the environment to do so. If you found this helpful, go ahead and drop the word CALM, C-A-L-M as in Mary, in the comments, and I'll send you my 5 daily de-stress hacks. They're quick, they're simple tools, and you can use them anytime, anywhere to reset your brain and body. And if you're ready to go deeper, to really learn how to rebalance your gut, boost your energy, and feel like yourself again, message me. I'd love to walk with you through it. Let's help keep thriving together, one mindful, intentional step at a time. Thank you so much. I look forward to talking with you guys next week. Until then, be safe.